Today we're going to talk about the Varsity Blues admission scandal, in which a certain Mr. Singer used his relationships with top schools, including Harvard, Stanford, and USC, to get wealthy children in exchange for large payments and donations into those schools. There have been multiple convictions in the case. Two men, John B. Wilson and Gamal Abdelaziz, got the longest sentences imposed on any of the parents in the admission scandal of the 15 months in prison. Mr. Wilson was accused of agreeing to pay $1.5 million to have his three children admitted to USC, Harvard, and Stanford, and he was convicted on bribery charges in October. The allegations were that he paid a $220,000 bribe to get his son onto a spot on USC's water polo team in 2014. Of the $220,000, Mr. Singer, the intermediary, forwarded $100,000 as a donation to USC's water polo team, and another $100,000 went to Mr. Singer's nonprofit foundation. There's an appeal by these two individuals, and they say that that's not bribery. Donating to a university is not bribing its employees. The school cannot be both the victim of the scheme and its beneficiary. And they may have a point. The fact of the matter is that large institutions, and for that matter, sports teams within elite institutions, need money to hire coaches, to obtain equipment. And absolutely, there have been practice-only athletes going back decades or longer than that. And so the question is pay to play so ingrained in elite schools that take into account the past donations or likely future donations, that doing so isn't illegal. And in fact, in 2016, the conviction of a Virginia governor for accepting gifts, including a Rolex and a wedding for his daughter and so on, from a donor, was reversed by the United States Supreme Court, which found that responding to constituent needs and making introductions was part and parcel of what politicians did, and that in fact it didn't constitute bribery. We don't know how these appeals are ultimately going to turn out, but most certainly the two appellants have something of a point when they say that these institutions have long allowed a percentage of their student body to buy their way in. That's the truth in terms of how it's been. Will Operation Varsity Blues eliminate that? That remains to be seen. John Belcher, Law Offices of John Belcher.